The African Union Commission chairperson election will be held in February 2025. Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation provided live coverage of the election debate among the candidates held at the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. African unity, peace and security, strengthening continental trade, economic development, increasing Africa's voice on the world stage, and institutional reform were the main agenda that have been focused in the debate. The debate was between Djibouti's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Mohamed Ali Yusuf, Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and Madagascar's former Foreign Minister Richard Randramandirato. In their 2-hour-long debate, they explain in detail the plans they are going to implement if elected. Djibouti's Foreign Minister Mohamed Ali Yusuf has vowed to do his best to make sure that Africa Union has its own financing sources and boost intra-Africa trade.
We are going to strengthen the Peace and Security Council, which has to be more proactive, and the member states will also have to be responsible. And we can also use the African Peace Fund, and with the relevant bodies, I'm going to continue or to carry out the reforms which have not been implemented today. We should go beyond 80%, and I'll bring down all the non-tariff barriers and facilitate the free movement of goods and persons across the continent. As I stand in front of you today and in front of all the millions of Africans, I want to tell you that if I'm given the chance of being the chairperson of this commission, I will do my best to make sure that our continent shines on the international stage.
The other candidate, Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, has stated that if he's elected as the African Union Commissioner, his main focus will be to achieve the dream of the founding fathers of African Union, going to lead from the front to realize the visions of the founding fathers of the continent.
Which now hopes to get Africa united, one union government by 2030, and move on to attain the vision, the wishes of the founding fathers of Africa. I say that I have the experience. I've been part of this movement for changing the continent. You know that some achievements have been made. Africa is now completely liberated, but there's still work to do. And I believe that I have what it takes to get us where we want to do. In the field of education, in the field of health, in the field of value addition to the abundant wealth that we have on the continent, in the field of trade, inter-African trade. I have acted as the African Union High Representative on infrastructure. And in this I know that we have very comprehensive programs in PIDA, Program for Infrastructure Development of the continent. What remains is action. And what I want to promise the African people is that I am going to lead from the front to ensure that we achieve the visions of the founding fathers of our continent.
Former Foreign Affairs Minister of Madagascar laid to work hard towards resolving conflicts peacefully in Africa if elected.
Excellence.
When exactly we talk about non-interference or non-indifference, and how do we use them to silence the guns? That is a situation in which we find ourselves in, and if I am chosen by the heads of state and government as a chairperson of the Commission, I will make sure that the African Union Commission would actually work towards resolving our conflicts peacefully, because with that in the Constituent Act of Africa of the African Union. We have to make sure that we can actually speak with one voice on the choice of who will represent Africa on the United Nations Security Council. It's not going to be easy. It will be up to the heads of states to decide who will be the continent's representative. If we manage to ensure that a free trade can happen very quickly, it is very possible that we shall triple our performance in economic development.
According to the African Union, for the 2025 election, the Eastern region is eligible to contest for the position of the chairperson of the Commission, while the Northern region is eligible to contest for the position of deputy chairperson. Member states with these regions have since nominated and submitted the names of the candidates, their CV and vision statement ahead of the election.